NFL Daily Brief is here sharp, short, and to the point. Subscribe now and never miss a snap. Here are the brief highlights of today's top stories. Live tracking NFL cuts, trades and final roster moves around the league. Browns send QB Pickett to Raiders for 26 pick. Bengals give star to Hendrickson big pay bump. Source: veteran W.R. Cooper reunites with Raiders. Texans RB Mixon to miss at least first 4 games. Doc not losing sleep over Parsons-Cowboys saga. McLaurin hold-in ends with deal worth up to $96 million. Source: Lions cut Hooker after Allen won QB2 job. Bucs waiving 450-pound DT Watson, source says. Adam Schefter's fantasy football cheat sheet. Trey Hendrickson is latest Bengals star to get paid. Now they have to win. Why Washington's offense is the big winner in Terry McLaurin's new deal. The best 100 players in the NFL this season, our experts ranking, starting with 4 QBs in the top 5. 10 players who should have made our NFL rank list. Execs audit our top 100 list. 10 pre-cut down day trade proposals that benefit both teams. Why these deals make sense. Preseason trade tracker. Every move leading up to the 2025 season. Ultimate draft board. Perfect picks for every round in a 12-team league. Fantasy football buzz. Texans place Mixon on IR. Raiders reunite with Cooper. No prima donnas. How Sean Payton and the Broncos built a roster with super expectations. Out of the 7 new NFL head coaches, who's the most, and least, set up for success? Now, let's dive deeper into the details. The roster cut-down deadline for all 32 teams for the 2025 National Football League season is Tuesday at 4 post-meridian Eastern Time.
Each front office must trim its active roster to 53 players by that time.
This means there will be plenty of cuts, trades, practice squad additions, and roster moves over the next 2 days.
We are tracking all of this activity for you.
Here is the latest intel, including notable moves and what our reporters are hearing on what could lie ahead.
We will keep this live tracker updated through the deadline on Tuesday, so keep checking back to stay up to date.
You can find quick links to roster projections and depth charts.
A trade tracker is also available for your reference.
Do not forget to consult the Fantasy Football Draft Guide.
You can also sign up to play fantasy football.
We are actively tracking cuts, trades, and other moves.
Stay tuned for more updates.
The Las Vegas Raiders acquired quarterback Kenny Pickett from the Cleveland Browns in exchange for a draft pick.
The Browns received a 5th-round pick in the 2026 National Football League draft as compensation.
Kenny Pickett will serve as the backup to starting quarterback Geno Smith for the Raiders.
This trade occurred 2 days after Raiders backup quarterback Aidan O'Connell fractured his wrist.
O'Connell is expected to be out for 6 to 8 weeks and will likely be placed on injured reserve.
Raiders coach Pete Carroll stated the team wanted a quarterback with National Football League experience.
Pickett has played in 30 career games, starting 25 of them, since being drafted in 2022.
He has thrown for 4,765 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions.
Pickett was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles last offseason after 2 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Browns then traded for Pickett in March of this year.
This trade leaves the Browns with 2 rookie quarterbacks behind starter Joe Flacco.
Coach Kevin Stefanski has not yet named who will be the primary backup quarterback.
Trey Hendrickson will receive a $14 million raise from the Cincinnati Bengals, increasing his 2025 salary to $30 million.
This revised deal also includes a $1 million incentive if he plays 60% of the plays and the Bengals make the playoffs.
Hendrickson is set to become an unrestricted free agent after this season.
He had not participated in any offseason workouts, including training camp, while seeking a new deal.
The Bengals and Hendrickson had discussed a 2-year, $79 million extension.
This would have placed him among the top 3 pass rushers in new dollars, totaling $95 million over 3 years.
Hendrickson is coming off his best season with 17.5 sacks in 2024, leading the league.
He was named to the Associated Press All-Pro team and reached the Pro Bowl for the 4th straight season.
This is the 3rd significant deal the Bengals made this offseason to maintain their roster.
They previously signed Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to significant extensions.
Hendrickson is now the 4th player on the roster, including Joe Burrow, making an average of at least $30 million annually.
This is the 2nd time Hendrickson has received a short-term cash infusion with the Bengals.
The Las Vegas Raiders are bringing back wide receiver Amari Cooper on a 1-year contract.
This marks a return to the team that originally drafted him 4th overall in 2015.
Cooper played 52 games for the Raiders previously, amassing over 3,000 yards and 19 touchdowns.
He exceeded 1,000 receiving yards in each of his first 2 seasons with the team.
This signing comes as Jacoby Myers has reportedly requested a trade due to a contract dispute.
Myers is seeking a new contract as he enters the final year of his current deal.
The Raiders, however, currently have no intention of trading him.
Myers is coming off a career-best season with over 1,000 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns.
Alongside Myers and Trey Tucker, the Raiders' receiving depth is somewhat uncertain.
Rookies Dante Thornton Jr. and Jack Betch are projected to play significant roles on offense.
Cooper, a 10-year veteran, played 8 regular season games for the Buffalo Bills last season.
He also appeared in 3 postseason games for the Bills. Texans running back Joe Mixon will miss at least the first 4 games of the season due to an ankle injury. He will be placed on the reserve non-football injury list, making him ineligible to play.
Mixon had a productive 2024 season, rushing for over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns.
This earned him Pro Bowl honors in his first season with the Texans.
The Texans anticipated Mixon's potential absence and made moves to bolster their running back depth.
They signed 4-time Pro Bowler Nick Chubb and drafted Woody Marks.
Mixon's injury issues date back to last season, as he did not participate in off-season activities.
His last full participation with the team was in the divisional round playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mixon could potentially return in Week 5 against the Baltimore Ravens.
In the meantime, the Texans will rely on Chubb, Marks, Dameon Pierce, and Dare Ogunbowale.
Nick Chubb has been the primary running back with the starting offense during training camp.
Pierce and Ogunbowale have also seen some action in the backfield.
Dak Prescott expressed confidence in Micah Parsons playing in the season opener against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Prescott mentioned his own experience with contract negotiations and believes Parsons will be ready.
Parsons is currently awaiting a contract extension from the Cowboys.
The Cowboys seem content to let Parsons play on the 5th-year option of his rookie deal.
Prescott does not see the Parsons situation as a distraction, citing similar situations in previous years.
Trevon Diggs, a close friend of Parsons, hopes for a resolution so Parsons can join the team.
Diggs confirmed Parsons has been working out independently during training camp.
He also mentioned Parsons was seen at the practice facility after the media open portion concluded.
Diggs emphasized Parsons' desire to play and his dedication to the team.
He believes Parsons ultimately wants to be with his teammates, calling the Cowboys home and family.
Diggs referenced Parsons' previous statement about playing the game for his teammates.
The Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, has dismissed Parsons' trade request.
Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders have agreed on a 3-year contract extension worth up to $96 million.
This deal ends McLaurin's hold-in and ensures he will be ready for the regular season opener against the New York Giants.
McLaurin will receive a $30 million signing bonus as part of this new agreement.
Securing McLaurin was crucial for the Commanders as he has been their most consistent offensive player since being drafted in 2019.
Coming off his second Pro Bowl appearance, McLaurin has exceeded 1,000 receiving yards in 5 consecutive seasons.
Although he expressed frustration over the negotiation process earlier this offseason, McLaurin is now officially back with the team.
The Commanders prioritized keeping McLaurin, despite his age, recognizing his importance to the team's offensive success.
He will turn 31 when the extension begins, an age when receivers typically begin to decline, a factor the analytically driven Commanders considered.
Washington also aimed to avoid setting a precedent of overpaying players, with several key players due for extensions next offseason.
This extension allows quarterback Jaden Daniels to maintain his connection with his favorite target, McLaurin.
The two developed strong chemistry last season, which resulted in McLaurin finishing with 82 receptions for 1,096 yards and 13 touchdowns.
Daniels posted a high quarterback rating when targeting McLaurin, highlighting their on-field effectiveness.
The Detroit Lions have waived quarterback Hendon Hooker, according to a source confirming the news to ESPN.
Head coach Dan Campbell hinted after the preseason loss to Houston that a change of scenery might benefit Hooker.
The 27-year-old Hooker struggled with turnovers during training camp and preseason.
This led to him losing the backup quarterback position to Kyle Allen, who sits behind starter Jared Goff.
Campbell questioned whether Hooker is worth keeping on the roster given the team needs depth at other positions.
Detroit drafted Hooker 68th overall in the third round of the 2023 draft despite him recovering from a torn ACL.
This made Hooker the highest drafted quarterback for the Lions since Matthew Stafford in 2009.
However, Hooker only appeared in 3 regular season games.
In July, Hooker told ESPN he felt his camp performance was average but remained confident about securing the backup role.
Even after throwing an interception in his final preseason game against Houston, Hooker believed he had made a strong case for a roster spot.
He felt his practice performance and some game plays demonstrated his potential.
Hooker acknowledged he had areas to improve upon but still believed he had earned a spot on the final 53-man roster.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are waiving defensive tackle Desmond Watson before the roster deadline.
Watson, formerly of the Florida Gators, weighs 450 pounds.
He did not participate in any practice or preseason snaps with the team.
Instead, Watson observed from the sideline while on the active non-football illness list.
He worked on conditioning exercises to reduce his weight to an acceptable level.
Watson participated in rookie minicamp in May and the mandatory minicamp in June.
Had he played in a regular season game, Watson would have been the heaviest NFL player in history.
The Buccaneers could re-sign Watson to their practice squad if he clears waivers.
Coach Todd Bowles expressed interest in keeping Watson with the organization.
Bowles believes Watson is making progress and could help the team in the future.
The Buccaneers also plan to release quarterback Kyle Trask.
Teddy Bridgewater, who recently came out of retirement, will be the backup to Baker Mayfield.
Adam Schefter provides insights for the 2025 fantasy football season, focusing on players who could outperform their average draft position.
He considers various league sizes and scoring systems, emphasizing the importance of tailoring choices to specific leagues.
At the quarterback position, while stars like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson remain top picks, Schefter highlights later-round options with potential.
Baker Mayfield and Bo Nix are identified as middle-round quarterbacks who could exceed expectations.
For late-round quarterbacks, Schefter suggests Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., and Trevor Lawrence as potential value picks.
In the running back category, Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs are top contenders, with Chase Brown and Bucky Irving also highlighted.
Middle-round running backs to watch include Omarion Hampton, Trey Hendrickson, and Isaiah Pacheco.
Schefter also lists several late-round running backs with potential, such as Jacare Krosky-Merritt, Quinshawn Judkins, and Trey Benson.
The wide receiver position is deep, with top picks like Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown leading the way.
Middle-round receivers with potential include Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Devonta Smith.
Schefter identifies several later-round wide receivers, such as Jordan Addison and Matthew Golden, as potential breakout candidates.
Finally, at tight end, Brock Bowers and Trey McBride are top picks, while Sam Laporta and Evan Engram are middle-round options.
Schefter concludes by mentioning late-round tight ends like Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson as potential sleepers.
This cheat sheet provides valuable information for fantasy football managers preparing for their drafts.
The Cincinnati Bengals have resolved their final offseason concern by agreeing to a revised contract with Trey Hendrickson.
This comes after securing contract extensions for star wide receivers Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
While the contract dispute, including a training camp hold-in, is settled, the real challenge lies ahead.
The Bengals must capitalize on their championship window and maximize Joe Burrow's prime.
Despite strong individual performances from Burrow, Chase, and Hendrickson in 2024, the team missed the playoffs.
Finalizing Hendrickson's contract before the season allows both sides to focus on preparations.
Hendrickson led the league with 17.5 sacks last season, and his continued performance is crucial for the Bengals' success.
Defensive coordinator Al Golden expressed confidence in Hendrickson's ability to quickly transition back onto the field.
Hendrickson's initial 4-year, $60 million contract with the Bengals has been one of the league's best value signings.
He has been a Pro Bowler every year in Cincinnati and earned All-Pro honors in 2024.
Despite these individual achievements, the team's defensive struggles led to the replacement of defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo with Al Golden.
Hendrickson's desire for a long-term contract with guaranteed money led to the Bengals granting him permission to seek a trade in March.
Terry McLaurin's contract extension with the Washington Commanders benefits the entire offense.
Quarterback Jaden Daniels, offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, and other players will all gain from his presence.
McLaurin has been a key leader and source of energy for the team.
He was routinely voted team captain and considered the heartbeat of the offense.
The exact financial details of the 3-year extension are not yet public.
However, the total contract is reportedly worth up to $96 million.
The Commanders will now enter their season opener against the New York Giants with their best receiver.
This resolves a situation that had dominated headlines and caused frustration within the team.
McLaurin's holdout had impacted the offense's performance during training camp.
Kingsbury expressed dissatisfaction with the unit's performance without McLaurin.
McLaurin's return will take pressure off other offensive players like Deebo Samuel and Zach Ertz.
His presence also opens up the deep ball for Daniels, who had success targeting McLaurin downfield last season.
When McLaurin is involved early in games, Washington has a significantly better record.
This highlights his importance as an offensive catalyst for the team.
The National Football League regular season is almost upon us.
Our experts have compiled a ranking of the top 100 players based on projected performance for the 2025 season.
This projection focuses on potential greatness rather than past achievements.
The Philadelphia Eagles lead with 10 players on the list, followed by the Detroit Lions with 8.
Quarterbacks and wide receivers dominate the rankings, each with 15 players included.
National Football League Nation reporters, ESPN research, and fantasy analyst Mike Clay contributed to this comprehensive list.
Let us delve into some notable players and their outlooks.
Quarterback Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals is expected to have a strong season after recovering from his ACL injury.
Seattle Seahawks cornerback Tarek Witherspoon makes the list despite questions about his playing time distribution.
Brock Purdy, quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, aims to live up to his lucrative new contract.
Veteran left tackle Laramie Tunsil brings his skills to the Washington Commanders.
Chargers wide receiver Ladd McConkey looks to build upon a record-breaking rookie season.
Budda Baker continues to be a playmaking safety for the Cardinals. The National Football League Rank Project highlighted the top 100 players, but some deserving players were omitted.
Several National Football League executives, coaches, and scouts weighed in on players they felt should have been included.
Los Angeles Chargers left tackle Joe Alt is considered a rising star with significant potential.
Minnesota Vikings edge rusher Jonathan Greenard has impressive sack numbers and is praised for his high motor.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea is highly regarded for his ability to disrupt both run and pass plays.
Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Devonta Smith consistently performs well despite playing in a run-heavy offense.
Baltimore Ravens defensive tackle Nnamdi Madubuike is expected to have a strong season due to his power and speed.
Buffalo Bills running back James Cook has proven his versatility and is a key player in their offense.
New York Giants edge rusher Brian Burns has the potential for increased production with improved support from his team.
Carolina Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn is a versatile player who excels in both man coverage and run support.
Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback Jalen Ramsey is anticipated to have a resurgence after being traded.
Indianapolis Colts defensive tackle DeForest Buckner remains a consistent performer and is compared to Calais Campbell.
These players demonstrate the depth of talent in the National Football League beyond the top 100 list.
Their contributions and potential make them noteworthy figures to watch in the upcoming season.
The National Football League is experiencing a surge in trades as teams finalize their rosters for the regular season.
Players facing cuts or unexpected competition are available, while teams with injuries seek replacements through trades.
Recent trades involve players like Sam Howell, Brian Robinson Jr., Harrison Phillips, and Sky Moore, often for late-round pick swaps.
Teams like the Commanders and Vikings absorbed some financial cost to obtain better draft compensation for players who might have been cut.
Several potential trades could benefit both teams involved, mostly for players at the end of one team's roster filling a need on another.
These trades typically involve low-cost returns, such as swaps of day 3 picks, due to limited financial resources for acquiring high-priced veterans.
While some prominent names are mentioned, realistic trade scenarios are not readily apparent in the next 2 weeks.
The article discounts the Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones situation in Dallas resulting in a trade, anticipating a contract extension instead.
The Commanders have stated their intention to retain Terry McLaurin, and a significant trade market seems unlikely.
The Patriots would like to offload Kyle Duggar's contract, but finding a suitable trade partner without absorbing most of the cost is challenging.
One potential trade involves the Colts trading Anthony Richardson to the Steelers for a 2026 fourth-round pick.
This would provide Richardson, who reportedly had trust issues with the Colts, a fresh start and compensate the Colts similarly to the 49ers' return for Trey Lance.
The National Football League preseason has concluded, with teams preparing for the 2025 regular season.
Many teams are finalizing their rosters, and we are tracking every trade before the season begins on September 4.
One significant trade involved the Dolphins and Steelers, exchanging cornerback Jalen Ramsey, tight end Jonnu Smith, and safety Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Another notable move saw the Vikings trade backup quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles.
The Colts acquired cornerback Mekhi Blackmon from the Vikings for a 2026 sixth-round pick.
Blackmon joins Xavier Howard as a recent cornerback addition to the Colts.
The Raiders acquired quarterback Kenny Pickett from the Browns for a 2026 fifth-round pick.
This is Pickett's third trade in 18 months, and he will serve as the Raiders' backup quarterback.
The Chiefs traded for defensive tackle Derek Nottie and a draft pick from the Jets.
This trade addresses the Chiefs' need for a veteran interior lineman.
The 49ers acquired running back Brian Robinson Jr. from the Commanders for a sixth-round pick.
The Commanders will save $3.3 million in salary cap space with this move.
Fantasy football drafts are about finding value, but some players we just want on our team.
This analysis provides draft day insights, focusing on players to target in a 12-team league.
Average draft position data from DraftShark's market index tool was used for broader applicability.
The first-round strategy depends heavily on draft position.
Bijan Robinson is the top target if you have a top 2 pick.
Otherwise, target elite wide receivers like Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb.
Jonathan Taylor is a solid second-round option, but other running backs are also viable.
Targeting a top tight end like Trey McBride in round 3 can provide an advantage.
Round 4 focuses on dual-threat quarterbacks like Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts.
James Conner is a solid, if unexciting, fifth-round pick at running back.
Trey Hendrickson is a rookie running back target for round 6.
Round 7 offers wide receiver value with players like Jalen Waddle.
Joe Mixon is on injured reserve due to an ankle injury, making him ineligible for at least the Texans' first 4 games.
In his first season with the Texans, Mixon averaged 17.2 fantasy points per game.
Nick Chubb joined the Texans this offseason, but it is unlikely he will handle all the touches in the backfield.
Dameon Pierce could also carve out a role, making Houston's backfield a committee approach.
The Texans' offensive line ranked 31st in run block win rate last year.
Jacoby Myers requested a trade from the Raiders after not receiving a contract extension.
Myers is coming off a career-best season, with 877 receptions, 1,027 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
The Raiders signed Amari Cooper, who is returning to the franchise after several seasons away.
Cooper has impressive career stats, but he is past his prime and his arrival lowers Myers' fantasy ceiling.
Brian Robinson Jr. was traded from the Commanders to the 49ers.
Robinson provides depth behind Christian McCaffrey, offering insurance if McCaffrey is injured.
The Commanders' trade opens the door for a running back committee featuring Austin Eckler, Jacare Krosky-Merritt, and Chris Rodriguez Jr.
Damian Woody believes the Denver Broncos have the potential to be a Super Bowl contender this season.
Broncos ownership, including Greg and Kerry Penner, are invested in building a championship-caliber team.
Running back J.K. Dobbins has noted the team is investing significant resources in their new state-of-the-art facility and roster.
Coach Sean Payton aims to build a sustainable, elite team focused on youth and smart salary cap management.
Payton has openly stated the Broncos are aiming for Super Bowl 60 and emphasizes the importance of discussing this goal.
He stresses the importance of culture and has assembled a roster that reflects his vision.
Payton is taking a different approach with the Broncos compared to his time with the New Orleans Saints.
With the Saints, he often managed older rosters and relied on salary cap maneuvers.
The Broncos released Russell Wilson, resulting in a significant dead money charge, which influenced their roster strategy.
This led to drafting quarterback Bo Nix and prioritizing younger players.
The Broncos have also shifted away from using voidable years in contracts.
Payton emphasizes the importance of ownership involvement and collaboration in building a successful team.
Several new NFL head coaches debuted this season, and it is interesting to analyze their potential for success.
Experts have evaluated each coach's situation based on factors like team quality, roster age, and quarterback performance.
Brian Schottenheimer with the Dallas Cowboys inherits a team with a winning history, despite a recent down season.
Ben Johnson takes over the Chicago Bears, bringing his offensive expertise and a promising young quarterback in Caleb Williams.
Liam Cohen joins the Jacksonville Jaguars, hoping to revitalize Trevor Lawrence's career and capitalize on the potential of Travis Hunter.
Aaron Glenn will lead the New York Jets, aiming to end their long playoff drought with a talented roster.
Pete Carroll takes the helm of the Las Vegas Raiders, bringing his experience to a young team, alongside veteran quarterback Geno Smith.
Mike Vrabel returns to the New England Patriots, tasked with rebuilding the team around young quarterback Drake May.
Kellen Moore faces a challenging situation with the New Orleans Saints, taking over a team in a full-scale rebuild.
The Saints' recent struggles and the retirement of Derek Carr make Moore's job particularly difficult.
Each coach's success will depend on various factors, but their starting points offer some clues.
It will be intriguing to see how these coaches navigate their respective challenges and shape their team's futures.
Ultimately, success in the NFL is difficult to predict, and only time will tell how these coaches perform.
However, analyzing their current situations provides valuable insights into the potential of each team.
That's a wrap on this week's NFL Blitz Talk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more gridiron fire and fearless breakdowns.